Now, the drought monitor was last updated on Thursday. Our region is in a moderate drought. I just showed you the rainfall deficits, about 1 1/3 of an inch. Now, we go further north. This is Mineral County, West Virginia, in the extreme category. Now, why is there such a big dichotomy in the rainfall amounts and the drought? Well, it's driven by the microclimates in our region. We are on the upslope side of the mountain, so we tend to get a good bit of rain shower activity. Now, of course, it's dried out with the early part of July, but once we head north into Mineral County, the mountains are to the west, and there's a downsloping flow which dries things out considerably, and that's one of the reasons why the extreme drought is across the eastern Panhandle. Here in southern West Virginia, we are making up for lost revenue, folks. Look at that. We finally have water in the creeks and streams. We have green pastures, but it's a different story in the eastern Panhandle, where Mineral County, for instance, is in an extreme drought. 55 counties in West Virginia have been declared in a state of emergency due to the drought. And I have the owner of Higson's Farm here in Mineral County in the extreme drought. That's the second highest level category drought there is. So I want to ask you, how has this extreme drought the eastern Panhandle is facing impacted your business?
Probably one of the driest years I've seen. We've had some dry weather. I've farmed all my life. 88, I think, and 87 was two really dry years. So we decided to go by an irrigation. So that helps some, but when you get a farm this large, it takes a lot of water.
So have you seen a loss of crop and revenue because of the drought?
The sweet corn, not so much, because we've kept it watered. The field corn's suffering pretty good from it. A lot of the places you got little nubbins.
Okay.
That we got about 4/10 last week, and we got 4/10 the week before that, and that helps. But when it gets that dry, it takes a little more water than that.
This drought is so bad that these leaves are changing color and just falling off the tree here in the latter part of July. And indeed, the records prove it. June 1st through July 28th, the first half of the summer for Mineral County. The driest was 1991 with 1.4 inches of rain. This summer, only 2.45 inches of rain. And rounding out the top three was 1999 with 2.5 inches of rain. Of course, we will continue to follow the drought trends here in West Virginia going forward through the rest of the summer and, of course, into the fall season. Chief Meteorologist Chad Merrill for Newswatch. And some more signs of a crippling drought, especially in the eastern Panhandle. The animals are eating the crops, so that's one reason why they have had reduced crop yields. My conversation with him extended beyond that story. Less hay production and wells are running dry, so that part of the state desperately needs the rain that we've had over the past week or so. Things have greened up here, but we're still not completely out of the drought here. But you know, the rivers and creeks are slowly rising, so that's good news around here. But the lee side, the rain shadow effect in the eastern Panhandle is mind-boggling, and that's part of where my vacation was spent. That's why it was nice to see the green when I came back. But just pray that it'll take a tropical storm or hurricane to relieve that part of the state, you know, from the crippling drought. So let's just keep praying that these storms continue to move through and eventually moisten the eastern Panhandle.
In a simple percentage, how likely is it that they're going to get that rain?
They're not going to get out of this drought until the middle part of the fall season.
All right, well, hopefully something changes for the better, though. That's all the time we have for right now. We have more news and weather coming your way right after the break.